Alright, so I'm sure as you guys get towards the end of this worksheet, you guys are looking at these problems and you're going, I have no idea what this is asking me. So, first thing is that would be helpful to do is actually just get out your calculator and go ahead and graph the equation that you have here. So, go to your y equals and go ahead and do, let's see, parentheses 1/2. This one doesn't have, this calculator doesn't have the fraction function like you guys have on your calculators, so that's why it might look a little different, but you should get the same result. So as I graph it, you'll notice that I end up kind of something like this. So I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing here, and I notice that I'm at 1, 2, 3, -4, and that's kind of where it starts, and it goes kind of slightly up, 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 and it's going to continue in this direction, so I'm just going to put an arrow. Alright? So back to my domain and range. These are specific sets of numbers that you're given, and remember, domain is your x value, and so all I'm going to do is just do the different versions of the numbers that I get. So we have 1/2 square root of parentheses 0 instead of the x minus 4, and so that leaves me with 1/2 times 0 minus 4, which leaves me with 0 minus 4, which leaves me with -4. So that this value right here is the result, or the y equals to this, right? Because y equals, this equals the -4 right here. So remember, range is our y value. So I'm going to do it again. Y equals 1/2 square root of, this time, 4 minus 4, which is 1/2 times the square root of 4 is 2 minus 4, and half of 2 is 1 minus 4 is -3. And one last time, so I get 1/2 square root of 9 this time minus 4 equals half of 3, because the square root of 9 is 3, minus 4 equals half of 3 is 1.5 minus 4, and let's see, that would give me what, 2.5? -2.5. And so all of these values that were given to me are my y's, or my range. And I always do them from least to greatest. So in this particular case, it's going to be -4, comma, -3, comma, -2.5. And that would be how I go about doing these problems. Alright, so the last problem that we have here is we're just going to address the difference in the first example where we just had points, and this one where we have an actual range of numbers. So anything from -2 all the way to +3 is allowable as long as it's on the x-axis. So I could use the number 0, I could use the number 0.5, I could use the number 2.5, as long as it's between -2 and 3 for my x value. So the best thing to do is going to be to graph this problem first. So I'm going to put it into my y equals at 2x squared minus 1, and then I'm going to hit the graph button. And what you'll notice is that the graph kind of looks something to this effect right here, where it looks like -1 is its lowest point, and then it kind of comes up and over like this. And so that's important because the range of numbers that I've been given to look at are between, let's say, -2 right here and +3 out here. And so if you'll notice within the range on the y-axis, you can tell what the lowest value is going to be between at -2 and +3, and that lowest value is going to be here, right there at -1. But what I don't know is my y value. So it's either going to be here or it's going to be here. And because I did a crude drawing, I have no idea really where it lands. So the only way to do that is to plug in my values into my x. So let me do f of -2 I don't know why. There we go. Alright, so we have 2 times -2 squared minus 1, which gives us a value of 2 times -2 times -2 is +4. And so, if this thing would quit freezing up on me. Alright, so then we have 2 times 4, which gives me 8. Come on. There we go. 8 minus 1. Really now? 8 minus 1, which equals 7. Alright, so this is one value. Remember, we want to find the lowest value, which is -1 in this case, and then we want to find the greatest value, which is, I'm still determining. So remember, the other value I had was +3, right? So 3, and so we get 2 times 3 squared minus 1, and so 3 squared is 9, so I get 2 times 9 minus 1, which is 18, minus 1, which is a total of 17. So which one of these two numbers is bigger? Obviously it's going to be the 17. So my range of numbers, so actually what I drew was grossly underestimated here. So really this y value is going to be at, this y value is at 17, while this y value sits at 7. So I know that my range of numbers is going to be from -1 all the way out to 17. And again, because we're doing range, what letter do we use? Y. And this is going to be an indicator as to what symbols I use. So did I actually reach the value of -1 in this particular case? And the answer to that is yes. So I know that when I do my less than sign, I'm going to do less than or equal to. And when I entered in 3, I actually equaled the 17, so I'm going to make sure that I put less than or equal to 17. So there you have it.